Now y'all know I gotta start my morning with coffee. Anyway, let's get started.
Don't play with it, don't be dishonest. Still not
What up, what up? It's your girl Ale, and it's time to get rid of the mess and de-stress. Why? Because it's Messy Monday. Yes, sip coffee, honey. Okay, so being that this is a new segment, I'm going to explain to you guys what it is. My thought process behind this show or this video segment of this channel is to pick a couple of stories on Reddit. We're going to read them and we're going to dissect and have a little discussion poo about them. Okay? It's just for some fun to de stress. And maybe if you have a story like this one, it could help you out of your mess, honey. So let's get started. Okay, so I have my handy dandy iPad here. If you guys were here for the past couple of weeks, I've already told you the names of the stories we're going to read today and why I chose the name Messy Monday, because it's kind of like a little misnomer, whatever, but it sounded so cute to me, so we're going to keep it. And of course, if I decide to upload one of these videos, it'll be on a Monday. And we're going to start reading the stories. Okay. I don't know how I'm going to choose the first one, so I'm going to just scroll in between the 3 or 5, and we're going to start. Okay. Ooh. The first one we're going to read is Guy Wants to Pay Me for Not Telling His Fiance He Cheated. Okay, let's get to reading. So, there's a guy who I've had an on and off fling with for, the last 3 years. He pays me for photos and we flirt, but that's all it's been. We've never done anything physical. Yesterday I found out he's engaged. He never told me. I called him out yesterday and he broke down and said it was a mistake. I'm like, bud, 3 years isn't a mistake. That girlfriend, you right, 3 years ain't a mistake. One time isn't a mistake. Honey, please. Okay. Obviously, I haven't done anything with him since, and I never would. We love a girl's girl. But I did ask him why he did it and told him off about being a bad person and that she deserves better. He offered me $3,000 not to say anything. I have 3 options I'm pondering. A, be a girl's girl and say something to her. B, take the money and stay quiet. C, take the money but say something anyway. I've never considered myself to be shady or dishonest person, but I'm also at a spot in my life where $3,000 can change my life. Oh, honey, that was a lot to read. But first of all, kudos to you for being an amazing person. I think this story was Calm Mode 758. So if you're her, good job, girl. But kudos for you to knowing what your morals are and knowing what you will and will not tolerate or do. And let me just say this: God tells us not to judge, and I'm a full supporter of that. And I'm just going to say this: we all human, and there are some people that make it harder than others. Y'all know. Okay, tell me when y'all heard this story, you didn't want her to say, "Take the money and run." I would just say, me personally, the Pisces in me is screaming, "Get him back." The human in me is screaming, "Get him back with that cash." Okay? Hey, you want to pay me to keep quiet? Okay. Your risk, not mine. But, however, okay, if things do go wrong, that is a substantial amount of money that if he has proof of anything, if anything were to go wrong, you know what people do when it comes to money. So I would say don't even play around like that, because if he gives it to you in any way where he could go to somebody's courthouse and say, "I want my money back. She pawned me. She tricked me." No, don't do it. Don't do it. I would say no, we're not going to do that. No ifs, ands, buts about it. But I would say, yep, go ahead and go warn his fiance. Don't be somebody who lingers around. Make sure that she's in the headspace to hear it, because there are some lovely ladies out there that when you come to them about their mans, they be like, my man, my man, my man. And you don't know what kind of girl that is. So if you come up to her saying, hey, your man wanted to pay me to keep quiet because I didn't know about you and he was messing with me for the past 3 years. Okay? If she doesn't believe you and she's like rah 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 at you and you're just trying to be a good person and let her know what's going on and let her know that she's being lied to, that's a whole situation you don't need to be in. So I would say be smart about the way you tell her, okay, if you find out who she is. So let's move. All right, moving on. I embarrassed myself at a party badly. Let's read. Let me start off by saying I struggle with mood disorder and a couple of other things that may contribute to my behavior. Okay, we love an honest person. First of all, there is no shame in saying I have mental health issues. The fact that she got on the internet, or Ella Energy got on the internet and said I have a mood disorder, is way more than anybody else could say. And if you are somebody that has a mood disorder, if you are somebody that is struggling with mental health, please go get help. Who cares what you think other people are saying about you? Who cares? What matters is that you are living your best and healthy life. Okay? So let's just start off by that. Every party I've ever been to, I've cried. I've cried because I felt like I had to get someone to notice me, to talk to me. Don't you dare. Listen to me. Sips coffee on that one. I am somebody that I was that girl that went to parties and things. My best friend is very outgoing. Both of my best friends are super outgoing, loves to be around people and party. Okay? When it's party time, it's party time. And I was the quiet friend, so anytime, especially like college was my peak. College was when I started finding myself and telling myself, you know what, you're not staying in the house. You don't have any excuses to not go out anymore. You don't have any excuses to not live life anymore. So, y'all, I'm sorry, I'm making this about me, but hey, if it helps somebody, it helps somebody. I was that person to say, I'm not leaving the house. There's no point in me leaving because don't nobody talk to me anyways. But I had a friend who was super outgoing and I loved her to death. But she always was the person that everybody, gorgeous girl, bestie, I love you, gorgeous girl. So you can imagine, first of all, having a friend that is absolutely outgoing. Second of all, having a friend who's outgoing and gorgeous at the same time, flocking. So when people would come up and speak to us, I was that friend, hey y'all. Sometimes they would notice me and speak and try to pull me into the conversation. Sometimes it is very clear that I'm not the one they want to talk to. It's her, okay? I've always felt that way. But the thing is, it's up to you not to make yourself feel that way. If you feeling that way, get in a conversation. I know it's hard, but if somebody is making an effort to bulldoze you out of the conversation, make them notice you. And not in a rude or like boastful way. No, I said something and I would like you to hear what I said. Okay? And that's it, and that's all. Let me see. Let's continue the story. This time was like that, but worse. It was a work party. I had a couple of drinks, but was acting like I was super drunk. I don't have much experience with drinking, so I'm pretty sure I was faking most of it. Okay. So, first of all, coming from somebody who has been has been around alcohol and things like that, please know your limits, people. Please know your limits, and please make sure that you are being very, very careful, especially if you are a young drinker, aka you just turned 21. Listen, okay, I know, but for the sake of this video, when you turn 21, just be very careful. First of all, with the people that you intake that around. Second of all, with how much you drink, because nobody wants that. Nobody wants that person that doesn't know how to handle it. Okay? But you said you were faking it, girl. Let's moving on. Okay. I started walking around, sitting different places and crying because I wanted the coworker I've been dating to see me and give me attention. I know that's bad and I don't want to be like this at all, but that's what happened. I was crying in public, acting drunk, and telling myself all kinds of things. I started walking around, sitting different places, crying because I wanted the coworker I've been dating to see me and give me attention. I know it's bad and I don't want to be like this at all, but that's what happened. I was crying in public, acting drunk, telling myself all kinds of things like you're embarrassing yourself. Just go to the bathroom and wash off your face. No, keep doing what you're doing. Maybe he'll notice. The night was a complete dud. After I calmed down, I got invited to the bar with some other coworkers, so that was fun, though my mind didn't feel like I redeemed myself. So there was a little content that I'm not going to read in the story. Okay, so first of all, and I'm probably sure you could tell what that was. First of all, go get help, okay? I don't know if we're on meds. I don't know any of that. So hopefully we got meds adjusted and things like that, so this stuff doesn't happen. And second of all, if you know that this is going on and you shouldn't be doing things, that means it's up to you to get help and to, because I know sometimes mental health is a sticky situation. Sometimes you can help it, sometimes you can't. But this is probably a time to go back to getting, if you're on meds, get your meds adjusted. If you are in therapy, go talk to your therapist about it. Anything under the sun that involves you getting help. Because if you actively went to a party and were feeling really uneasy and were feeling like the social anxiety and everything really, really hard, and that triggered your mood disorder to start doing things for the attention of somebody else, we need to figure something else out to get help. Okay? Let's move on from that story. Okay, next one. I don't want children, but I wish I did. Okay. I, 36 male, am in a relationship with my partner, 30 female. We've been together for 5 years, and recently the subject of children has come up again, as we haven't talked about it for ages. I've always been on the fence, and she was unsure. I've never had a paternal instinct where all of my friends have and are having children. She decided she wants kids. Okay. I realized that I don't want kids, but I wish I did. Not for my relationship, but for many factors. I am the only child and the youngest of my family. My family line dies with me. I don't have any children. A generation will pass, and it will be like my family never existed. I'll have nobody to pass on our stories to or everything I've learned. The thought of raising a child, the lack of sleep, the financial expense, the emotional anguish involved sounds like hell to me. No more so than the benefits of having children. Despite this, I want children, but I don't have that desire. It's like part of me must be missing. As horrible as it may be, I can't resolve this with letting my partner go, so that she can go on to have a family with someone better who could be a good father. But I won't lie, I'm very scared that I'll end up lonely, a lonely old man whose life made no difference in the end, regretting the fact that I didn't just do it anyway. Has anyone been here, can offer advice on what to do? I'm already in therapy, but they say you always have to be true to yourself, but I don't know what the truth is. Okay. So first of all, First things first, please don't be selfish. I'm gonna say that to you, my love. Who is this? Throw a DIY Dusty 93, something like that. Don't be selfish, okay? If you know that this woman, guys, I don't know what is going on with my throat. If you know that this person wants children and you don't, even though you really want children, which I feel like, honestly, in all honesty, you are thinking critically and being smart and not just deciding to have children just because the world thinks that you should have children. Because that's going to lead to a child being here that's not going to get what they need because you had them despite of everything in you telling you you don't want kids. Okay? So the fact that you're even thinking about this right now is the most unselfish thing that I have ever heard in my life. Selfish would be you having kids anyway and not taking care of them just to say you had kids. We're not doing that over here. Okay? If you don't want kids, it's okay not to want kids. Let's go there. It's okay to not want kids. The world is not going to stop because you decided that you didn't want kids. But the selfish part of this is not letting your partner have the choice to want kids or to not want kids. If you know that y'all don't align because you don't want kids and she does, it's time for you to let her go. Unless you have really thought about it and decided on your own, for your own reasons, that you do want kids. Okay? Don't let her stick around thinking that she's going to change your mind or no. You're going to waste her time. And that's not okay. Do not waste her time knowing that you don't want kids and she does. Let her go be with somebody who wants kids. If that's where you're deciding to go. But if you're somebody who said, you know what, actually, after some really long thought, I do want kids. You know, I do want kids. Then talk about it. Talk about what makes you scared about having kids. Now, it sounds like in your heart, you said you want kids. It sounds like, honestly, you might already want kids, but you haven't seen a good representation of making it work having kids. It sounds like all you've seen is people struggle. All you've seen is the bad stuff, the bad side of having kids, or the hard parts of having kids. And that's all you've seen. That's what it sounds like. That's all you've seen. So you said like it doesn't outweigh. If you have really seen everything, I encourage you to actually maybe test it out. Those friends that you said have kids, test it out. Take your friends' kids for a little while. Say, hey, I'll babysit them. If you want kids and you want to make sure that wanting kids is what you want, babysit for a little while. Start doing little things to help those friends that do have kids with their kids and see how you feel. See how you feel. Be honest. If you start maybe picking your friends' kids up from school, if you start helping them around the house, babysitting every once in a while, if you have a friend that trusts you like that, and by the end of that, you like, honey, that's okay. It's not up to you to continue the family line. If you don't want kids, you don't want them, and that's fine. That's okay. That's okay. If you don't want to personally have kids, have a relationship with your friends' kids. Past the stuff if you personally don't want kids, have a relationship with those kids that your friends have and pass on that generational thing. I know it's not the same, but if you really don't want kids, that'll do for you. Go ahead and start telling, if you have a godchild, start telling them the stories to help your family line keep going. If you have somebody that's like a brother or a sister to you, and you know their kid is like your niece or your nephew, have stories to tell them. Spend time with them. You don't have to want kids. That's it and that's all. Okay. All right. Let's move on. A close friend is a physician, and I've discovered he's been having affairs with his female patients. Okay, let's read, honey. It's recently become clear to me that this person has been having an affair with a female patient. This is just one, and the one he has been treating for decades. This woman may not ever agree that she may have been taken advantage of, and she does not have her own agency, even if those who can bestow her doctor's powers believe that she may have experienced harm. Y'all, I'm sorry. Somebody walked in while I was in the middle of reading. I can't do it. That she may have experienced harm. Anything to be done for her and the choices she made here, unless she decides for herself otherwise. My focus is laid on concerns for his other female patients, past and future. Okay, this is, hold on. My worry is that if he has done this once, he has done it before. Men in power don't just decide to do this randomly and only do it once. It is to be noted that I am aware of one other affair, but not with a patient. HIPAA prevents just anyone from rifling around people's personal lives and medical records. That is also not what I want to do, nor could I. But if there is a way for this doctor to be properly investigated, what should be done? Some might not see this as an issue, but the fact is that the physician is a psychiatrist, prescribing medication, analysis, and more to this woman and possibly many others for decades. The power balance between the doctor and the patient is sacrosanct. It's exploitation, period. I don't want there to be more victims. I want this person to know that they can't get away with this. Oh, this is not what I thought I was gonna read, huh? But anyway, first of all, okay. Number one, if it sounds like what it sounds like, meaning that it was a essay, you don't need to be typing on Reddit. You need to figure out a way to get this guy investigated. Okay? But if it is something where two people just kind of were doing something they didn't have any business doing, then that sounds more like a morality than anything else. So what it sounds like is you think that he may have done this without consent. So in that case, I will definitely say, go to the po-po. Okay? Go to the po-po. That's it. That's all. Oh, okay. My girlfriend cheated on me twice now. Sorry, y'all. My lips is getting real crusty. My bad. Okay, I'm sorry, y'all. Let's read. I, male, 28. Oh, okay. Sorry, y'all. Let's read. I, male, 28, just found out today that my girlfriend, female, 31. Okay, so she's the older one. Has cheated on me. I'm sorry, y'all. I cannot when people walk in the middle of me recording. I can't, okay? Y'all know where this spot is. This is my, game room in my apartment complex, and the maintenance lady just walked in. But let's read the story. I, male 28, just found out today that my girlfriend, female 31, has cheated on me twice over the span of the last month with the dude she works with. Ooh. We have been together for a little over a year now. Not a good sign. Time-wise, a year ain't that long. Relationship-wise. What? I can already tell where this is going, but let's keep reading. Okay, I believe that nothing actual occurred on either occasion, but there was a lot of loaded text about their feelings for each other, to which I would also receive those same texts in a large and more in-depth couples quotes, long-term goals, building a future together. I know they've kissed and they've been to her apartment, and I want to believe nothing happened. They both have said nothing actual happened, but I'm unsure. I confronted the both of them about the situation and how I got my answers on what occurred. I think my girlfriend generally feels bad, and I do love her, but obviously I am very upset and heartbroken over the situation. I do not necessarily want to believe her, but I'm unsure what to do or think at this point. This isn't the first relationship that this has happened to me, but this is the first relationship where I think she may be generally sincere about her apology. I'd like to make things work, but I'm unsure if they will or if they can be made. Oh Lord, hold on. I have to blow this up. Or if they can be made to work. I'm sorry, that was written kind of weird. Like I said, she works with this guy, and I'm unsure if I can trust that this won't happen again. Would you trust her again, or would you split things off? I'd like to know if other people would think the same, if I should end the relationship or not. Honey Boo Boo Face. Relevant Tomato 2325. Let's say it collectively, class. It will not stop. Yeah. Okay. Let's be real. Let's say it. Let's say it together. Cut her off. Sorry. I'm so sorry. No, okay? Let me tell you this, okay? Men and women cheat differently. Let's just put it out there. Men and women cheat differently. A woman, okay, and I feel like honestly that's the reason women get away with a lot of things, is because men don't know what to look for. As far as women, guys have made it easy to see what to look for, right? Women, we cheat differently, okay? Our brains work completely differently. If there are feelings involved where nothing happened, to me, that's 10 times worse than if something were to happen. Because now it's not just you having a fling and moving on, you've actually gotten to know this person. You've actually got to know this person, you care, and you're giving them the same care and affection that you give me. That's a problem. That's a very big problem. Okay? So I can bet you that if she did not tell you the truth about what happened, she's gonna do it again. And I'm sorry for you, love. And you deserve much more than to contemplate and go back and forth with yourself whether or not they deserve your trust again. If that trust is broken, it's broken. It's broken. And if she was willing to do that, there's no coming back from that. Me personally, this is a no, and this is a non-negotiable. She can be sorry. You can forgive her. But I would say you deserve better than that. to allow yourself to go back and forth on why would she do that? Is she going to do that again? She works with this person. That's a lot to go through. You need to sit back and think, if I forgive her and if I continue this, will I be able to move past that and not bring it back? I'm not going to say be ignorant to whatever you see going on, but I will say, if your choice is to forgive her, will you be able to do that completely? Meaning, you're not going to throw it in her face every 5 minutes. Meaning that you're not going to, unless she gives you a reason, you're not going to make a big deal about going to work. It's going to take some time too. You're not going to harass her about work. You're not going to harass her about this person, because you have chosen to forgive her and move forward. Are you ready to do that is the question. If not, nope, don't do it. But if you say that you can do that, and I want you to understand completely that it's going to take a lot. And forgiveness doesn't mean taking her back and every 5 minutes, you cheated on me with so-and-so. You probably are thinking about your coworker. That's not forgiveness. So you have to be sure that you're ready for that. And that's where I'm gonna leave it. And I think that's all the stories for today. And we're gonna move this off to the side. And I just want to say thank you guys for coming to Messy Monday with me. If you would like to see me read a Reddit story or would like to send me a story, please do so. I want you guys to understand that Messy Monday is a misnomer, okay? No, we're not here to be messy. No, we're not here to be rude and be all up in people's business just to read it. We're not doing that. It is a positive advice section of this channel. So if you like that, if you like me reading Reddit stories, if you enjoy hearing a little bit of tea with some positivity, hit that like and subscribe button, and I hope to see you here another Monday when I decide to do another video of this, because I will do videos once a week, and I will toggle back and forth between what type of video I do. So I really, really hope that I will see you guys back here next time. I really hope you enjoyed it. Make sure you, like I said, make sure you hit that like and subscribe button, the notification bell, to make sure that you don't miss anything. I'm going to put my socials right up here for you, so you can also keep up with me on other social medias. And I hope to see you guys all around the internet. So I hope you enjoyed. Love you, bye.
Baby girl, you are so pretty, pretty.